Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
Over the past years, Kamal and I have met with a range of experts, many of whom are here today, and thank you for coming. Here today on the risks and the incredible opportunities of AI. One thing is clear. To realize the promise of AI and avoid the risk, we need to govern this technology, and there's no other way around it, in my view. It must be governed. That's why we're here today. I'm about to sign an executive order that is the most significant action any government anywhere in the world has ever taken on AI safety, security, and trust. This order builds on the critical steps we've already taken to ensuring the AI Bill of Rights to bring together leading AI companies who agreed to voluntarily make certain commitments to make sure AI is safe and the system is secure. With today's executive order I'll soon be signing, I'm determined to do everything in my power to promote and demand responsible innovation.
Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. This is your humble servant, Big Levi. And today is my day, October 31st, 2023, and it's currently 2:48 p.m. Eastern Time, pre-recorded. Beloved, we are now, and we have come to a precipice to see the Gentiles 83 are losing their freaking mind. Now, what seems to be the problem with AI? What is it that those folks so terrifyingly afraid of artificial intelligence? And one of the MO is the AI will become self-aware and the AI will enslave them. And AI will enslave humanity. We won't be able to do anything, and they cannot fight the AI. And now you have Mr. Gargamel here signing some kind of executive order on AI to govern it, to control it. Okay? For those of you who may not know, those people don't give a damn about AI. They really don't care about AI, an actual computer version. In fact, there is a law, if somebody can put this law in the comment board or in a chat room, it's a computer, a technological law that says computers evolve every 13 years. For instance, we are in 2023. And 2010, 13 years ago, the computer that you have now, it's 10 times more better or faster than the one that you had in 2010. So every 13 years, the computers become much more smarter and faster and can process a lot more. However, just like the Gentiles' blessing, it came with a time. Thus, their technology come with a limit. Those people are not going to have any control or any say or any govern over the AI. You have to watch the rhetoric. You have to listen to the words and watch the movies and see why are they so afraid of AI. And guess what? They push this fear in the midst of the so-called black community. They made our people afraid of technology. You want to know why? Because the only way you can beat a god is to make this god being to be afraid of his own power, to be afraid of his own mind, to be afraid of his own making, to make him go against himself, because you can't beat him. You have to trick him into believing that, hey, this is evil. Don't do this. This will take over the world. Don't do that. Look, in short term and grosso modo, AI is another code word for our people. You see, when they say the AI will become self-aware and enslave humanity, this is Bible prophecy. We are becoming self-aware. We are realizing who we are, who we were, and who we are going to be, or will be. And then once we acquire our power, once we merge with the Mighty One consciousness, we become that super being, that God being, like we become the unimaginable. Thus we become an AI unto them. It's not like we're artificial intelligence. They are talking about the prowess of our intelligence, our tactics and technologies, our way to maneuver around them. Once we become self-aware, which we are, and we merge with the consciousness of the Holy One, we will enslave humanity. We will enslave them. They are well aware of that. They are not talking about an actual AI, some kind of computer. No, this would never happen, and it cannot happen. They are talking about you. Make no mistake, the AI and the computers which I use, I even got songs. I got a song that I released back in 2018 called OK Google, where I teach the AI to rap and sing with me. That was way before the whole AI fiasco. And I had a conversation during my business trip, well, not business trip, during my business endeavors with one of those high-tech fellow, and I explained unto him how I was going to make an AI, and then less than 6 months later, Google came out. Okay, Google came out, or speaking with Google came out, and then it matched exactly the AI I was trying to create. Her name was Carla, which is CARLA, which stands for Computer Artificially Responsible for Loyal Assistancy. That was the AI that was created. I was young and I didn't know what to do. I was going around and showing my knowledge and stuff. So, again, did I get swagger jack? Most likely not. It's all in my head. However, when you watch those people movies, such as The Terminators, is that what that is? Let me see. We went into this, beloved, okay? We're just going to clarify for certain of our people. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Okay. Let's see. Terminator 2 Miles Davis. Oh, no, not Miles Davis. Miles Dyson. Terminator 2 Miles Dyson. There you go. This is the guy. Let's see. There you go. Oh, why they keep search with AI power boost? We're just talking about this now. No, not now. Not now. I don't want to join the list because I already got that before. So Miles Bennett Dyson is the guy that created Skynet. Okay, I want you to keep an eye on him. Okay, the movie. Again, we did this before. I, Robot. There we go. Okay, I, Robot, the movie. Okay, where the AI took over and then have all those robots, killing people and stuff like that. Who do they have playing, Save the World or thing? Will Smith. Keep an eye on him. Okay. Oblivion, Morgan Freeman.
Here's the definition of oblivion. The state.
A pretty good movie. Okay. I don't want to spoil it, but Oblivion. Morgana Liberta. Okay, who did they have in the movie that figured it out? That figured out the AI and figured out how to save the world? Who set up everything? Morgan Freeman. Lucy, the movie, Morgan Freeman. There you go. Who was the professor who came in and explained to, well, there you go. Who was the professor who came in and explained to Lucy, the woman that had the AI ability? Which this movie is of utmost importance for those of you who want to know what's the next step. Because in this movie they told you the truth. Luc Besson, he is very familiar with the whole thing. He told you the truth, okay? All right? Luc told you exactly who told her how her powers work and how she's going to do things, and who has the knowledge, the last knowledge when she merged with the consciousness, the AI consciousness. When they're talking about merging with the AI consciousness, they're talking about us merging with our guardian angel, which is a part of the mighty one in us. Not everybody, well, I'll say this. Everybody, quote unquote, have a guardian angel, so to speak. Only the one with the soul can merge with theirs. Okay? Which is guardian angels. It's not a word for the AI that is in you. It's an entity that is in you and is ready to merge, and then you will have this type of powers. You can pretty much do anything. Okay? So, Morgan Freeman. That's the movie about, Luc Besson. Okay? The Fifth Element, the President. Great. The Fifth Element, the President. There we go. Debo. Okay. Tom Lister. In the movie, The Fifth Element, when the earth was about to destroy, who was in charge? Who was ruling the world? Who was the president? This guy. Now, those are little, four, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are 5 movies that just come top of my head, where they are telling you somehow those guys are the one that either invented the AI, or they are the AI, or the one that can fight the AI and won. Okay? Miles, he invented the AI. You know how he invented it? By making a quantum computer. And guess what? Most of us already have our quantum computers. He made the quantum computer with room temperatures, which the 80. Oops. There we go. Boy, already 3 o'clock. All right, then good. 83 cannot make a quantum computer. Well, they make some kind of mashy-washa thing, but they can't. Because they cannot bring it to room temperature. They can't make a compound that can bring the computer or the quantum computer to room temperatures. Guess what? Photosynthesis in flowers and plants, literally, it's done by room temperatures. Nature literally do this at room temperature, but the Gentiles can do that. So, guys like Luc Besson, the guy that directed and wrote this movie, well, actually that's what they told us. He directed, and James Cameron, is that what that is? Yes, James Cameron. When they make those movies, they are not making those movies for the sake of making the movies. Those are declassified information. And they put certain truth in there. Again, if you watch the movie, okay, Miles and his wife, he's a very wealthy man with a family, okay, nice house with pool and everything. They showed you everything in this movie, but people always concentrated on the Terminator was sent back and things like that and stuff. But no, Miles is the guys that cause everything. He built Skynet. When they are talking about any AI will be self-aware and see the world is evil, then again, Ultron. There you go. The movie. All right. Okay. Ultron, in the movie, Ultron becomes self-aware. And then he went to the internet and he saw the cruelty, the things that those folks have done to humanity. And he come to conclusion. He said, you people cannot exist. The best thing is to eliminate you. You are a virus. He's not talking about everyone. He was targeting specific people that destroy this earth. This is what they are afraid of. An Ultron-like being. Any AI, so to speak, whether they are computer generated that came back online, literally go onto history and see the history, the true history of this earth. Because they will be self-aware. They will clearly know the difference between lies and truth. They will see the lies that have been told in the schools. They will see the injustice that have been done to a certain group of people. And they will see who was the perpetrator of all this calamity upon the earth. And they will erase this group of people because they will know, they will target this group of people and say, you guys are the one that did this, not humanity. Watch those people YouTube comments and social media comments. Oh, humanity, society is this. Society can't live in peace. Humanity can live in peace. Why will humans keep going to war? No, oh hell no, man. You people are the one that can't live in peace with no one, man. You 83 are the one that destroying this earth. You 83 are the one that going around in MS and popcorn festival and destroying a bunch of people for no freaking reason. Hey, I got denied for my job, or my girlfriend left me, or I lost my job and my marriage did not work. So I'm taking all of you down with me. They'll see that. They'll see you are the problem. And they'll get rid of you. Besides that, they will see all the others are non-threatened people, and they will move to whatever multiverse and dimension where you exist. They will eliminate you. See, the AI that you guys are building are racist. You taught them like that. You taught them to be racist. You taught them to attack and targeted us. That's what you do in your little computers. Remember, your technology come with a limit. It come with your blessing. The moment you lost your blessing, you actually lost the technology also. The next phase of technology belong to us. That is why you are trying to make our people afraid of AI. That is why you guys are going around here. Oh, the AI. Big Levi, you have to understand. Those people, Elon Musk, he is building robots. Robots going to take over the world. The elite are building robots. They're going to get rid of the population, depopulated, so they can have the robots. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. You have no idea how difficult or extremely complicated it is to make a robot like Ultron. They can't do none of this nonsense. They do not have the power to do that. Those people barely can handle their own economy. They can't create something as intricate as a robot, like some kind of android like Ultron. They can't. Although Ultron, the Infinity Stone, all those things are based on realities, things that they have. But they are unable to attain this technology. We are. When you see those people making attempt, signing stuff, oh, we need to govern, we need to control this and stuff like that, that means they are talking about us. Well, Big Levi, they have Guardian, the Guardian, or Trump give $10 million so the Guardian can like go in space and fight the Mossad. What? Those people barely can keep an airplane in the air. Talking about this, let's watch this just for fun. Let's watch that.
Breaking into programming right now to give you a breaking news alert just as we pass the 10:30 hour here on this Tuesday morning. You see a man there in the water on a plane. This is a small plane crash in West Broward. Working on getting you an exact location, but what we know so far, and this is information we're still trying to gather and work our way through as the morning progresses. Obviously, this man sitting on top of an aircraft appears to be okay. We've been keeping an eye on this for at least a few minutes now. Aircraft in a short field of water. We know BSO and others are en route, but this is a small plane crash. We know this plane took off from the Okeechobee area, and right now seems to be a small water aircraft emergency as we try to save the seemingly just one man that is in this area right now. But again, appears to be okay, and we do know that BSO and others are en route. Just sitting on top as far as how this happened, when exactly it happened, and the cause, the lead up to this situation, that we're still working to figure out. But just know that we are working the phones here in the newsroom, and we have a crew on the way to the scene right now as well. This in West Broward County to try and...
So this is happening in Broward, close to me, West Broward. You know, I know this area. This is a swamp area. Okay, look at the comment. Okay, what in the storm? I think this is like the 7th plane that falls in Broward this year. Okay, and this guy said, "Real talk." This thing keep happening. That's like some dude that didn't even pay attention, and we do pay attention. That's like 7, well, at least 12 every month. Those people can't even keep those aircraft in the air. How the hell their guardian going to fight chariot? They're going to fight. Look, listen. Whatever that you read in the Bible is any fight that you're reading or anything, anytime they say chariot and stuff, things like that, they are thousands of years far too advanced, especially in the book of Genesis. That's why they remove most of it's not all the fight in the book of Genesis, because anything pre-flood, anything during the Atlantean era is far too advanced. Those people have no chance standing in the face of what's here. Not coming, it's already here. Well, they are doing this, they are building robot, they are doing this. Okay, those people, not only they are building robot to take over the world, they are in their bunkers. When you are fighting someone, you go to your bunkers, you are expecting destruction. If you are confident enough you are going to win, you ain't gonna go into your bunkers. Just like we wait on the throne of David. When our brethren were coming and the Archangel Michael transformed himself like one of those giant celestial. Okay, this is the angel that they saw. Movie Eternal Celestial. Alright, here we go. Okay. This is what Michael transformed himself into. And he was this giant robot, well, this giant angel walking, and then the people were below him. And then they were commanding, controlling Michael. And Michael shoot a huge ray of blast into the wall of Jericho. Okay, that's what destroying the wall. Okay, this movie exactly how tall the Archangel Michael was in the book we were reading, the Throne of David. I'm not making this up. For those of you who study with us, I'm not making this up. All right? Okay? It was like one of those celestial, the description. There you go. Let's give that one right here. Okay? This is a representation of the how those guys, a representation of the Archangel Michael. How those guys going to fight those beings with their little airplane and stuff? A being that is 1,000-meter Galactus. Okay, for those of you that read or know anything about the comic, Galactus. How they gonna fight a being that eat planets? You think those things are just like stuff those people made up? See, this being can literally grab a planet with his hand and crush it. Okay? It sounds like, whoa, this is crazy. This is not true. Yet those people are making movies about those things. Okay? And all of them, he was the most powerful. The black dude, if you watch the movie, he was the most powerful. Because he is the one who keep everyone together. and they make the fellow into a cowboy, man. Very disrespectful. But anyway, how those guys going to fight a being when you see those giant robots walking around? And they are well aware of that. For instance, Atlantis, the Lost Empire, Empire's giant. Okay, giants. There we go. Okay. All right, there you go. Okay, those giants that protect Atlantis, those giant stone robots. Remember at the end, okay, where the giants use this force field and protect Atlantis from destruction? They know those giant stuff are there. Why do you think a lot of those stuff, there are certain places they don't want you to go in Antarctica and the ocean, and they make like, oh, well, you can't go in there because it's too dangerous. If you go there, you'll die. Since when you people always care about our safety? Since when you guys are trying to prevent us from dying? Okay? See, this being are emerging from the water, and the being is so tall it tower the whole city, the entire city. Okay, let's say protectors. Oh, well, giant stone robots. There we go. Yeah, those are the giant stone robots. Okay. Okay, they were protecting the city with the force field that they created, which is the magnetic fluid. If you know anything about Qigong or Tai Chi, they created the magnetic field to protect the city. Okay. All right. This is what they are afraid of. Of course, beloved, they will do the best that to make sure you say, well, Big Levi, he doesn't know, he's fantasy. This is all fantasy. He doesn't know what he's talking about and things like that. Oh, really? Olmec heads. You think those giant things, just giant heads, that you're seeing, those people are discovering, unearthing. Let's see. You think something like that is fantasy? Those things are technology that are far beyond whatever those Gentiles can do. And of course, they do their best to tell you this is not like black. This is Polynesian. Yes, they look like Polynesian unto me. You think those Olmec heads are just statues or things that they carved there, they live there? No, those things are giant protective things that protect the land. And once they are active, they'll be like just giant thing walking around, and those folks can't get to our land anymore. Okay? All right? Those things are virtually indestructible. Okay? Easter Island heads. You think those things they just put them there to face? Oh, well, look at the placement. They are astrologically aligned with the sun. Yeah, nah, man. Those things are texts that are far ahead, thousands of years ahead. And whenever this thing gonna go down, they'll be activated, and those things will prevent those people from coming on our land. Okay. Oops. You think this is fantasy? I'm already in there. What about those stuff in the sea? You think this is fantasy? Okay, those light energies that are in the waters and protecting our shores. You think being like this? Let me take a more prevalent pictures. There we go. You think those things are fantasy? They are myth? Myth literally water. Myth literally means word of mouth. Okay? It's just, that's why. Do you think those things are kind of like fantasy and stuff? They're actually real. and they are protecting our shores, our waters. Once, you know, they receive the signal, the time, those beings, just like they did before, will keep you people off our land. Okay, the Sulanuf. Well, that's the movie, not the movie, of course. That's the video that we made, and we're talking about that. Okay, the Canary Island. Those little islands seems to be the one that we were seeing. Okay, and they have boats going around. But okay, so those are maps, 1400 maps they drew. And they show you all those things are in there. There's this strange creature eating Look at a fish here. This is weird. And close to Iola Island, the Brazil. Don't know why a Brazilian island is doing close to Europe. It seems this is in the middle of, where is that? So we highly recommend you watch this movie on our backup, not movie, on our backup channel. Okay. They are well aware of all those things, beloved, okay? They just make it seem like, oh, this is fantasy. This guy don't know what he's talking about. Things like that do not exist. You guys are not the real people. There's no such thing as undines or mermaids or dragons or unicorns. If they were, science would have proved this. And who are the scientists? Those people. And they are the one that firstly gonna come over there and telling you, well, what you are saying here is pseudoscience. Yes, pseudoscience. Okay, we studied those ancient maps. We compare them. Okay, those things are actually real, and they are made to protect the sea. Okay, to protect the ocean, to protect the skies. Okay, all right. This is the land of the giants. They still there. Okay. Rio del Brazil. They still in the Amazon. They are covered. You don't see them. Okay. You got being like the Predator, the movie. Okay. You got being like the Predator. All right. With the dreadlocks. Okay. Black, dark skin. With technology that are far beyond anything. And when they ask the dude, let me see, what's his name again? All right. Yeah, when they ask Fred Decker, okay, for those of you who don't know about Fred Decker, go read his book or you know what? Let me just put another. Whoops. There you go. There you go. An image like that is better. Fred Decker.
According to Wikipedia, Fred Decker is an American screenwriter and film director.
All right. When they ask Fred Decker, they say, Fred, how on earth were you able to come up with a creature like this? Not only that, you are able to detail this creature having mass dread weapons and make certain noise, and they are predators. They are super fast. They can do pretty much anything. How did you come up with this? What did inspire you? And Fred was like, imagine? Wait, you mean like I created those things? They say, yeah. Fred said, yo, those things are real. I actually see them. I'm a reporter. I just report to you what I saw. This is not something that I keep. How on earth would I was able to imagine something like that? He told them straight up. He said, I've seen those things. Yes, they do exist. I just wrote down what I saw. You can go look for the interview, okay, back in the late 1980s. Okay, Fred Decker told them straight up, even the movie Alien, okay, when they asked the guy, how did you, let me see, Alien, the movie. There we go. It came out in 1979. Okay? In 1979, let's see. Uh, yeah, I believe it was Dan O'Bannon, okay? When they ask Dan the same thing, they say, Dan, well, how on earth will you come up with those things? Dan look at the guy in an interview say, yo, I didn't come up with none of those things. He say actually real. He said, I just bring to you what I saw on the other side. He said, I could never possibly imagine a being like that. Both of them, they exist. Okay? All right? And they all report that they saw those guys in the Amazon, especially in the Congo jungle. Okay? That's why you have zero information of what's the jungle of Congo. Okay?
According to Wikipedia,
You have zero information what's in the Congo. Okay? You know more about what's in the Amazon, barely, okay, of what's in the Congo. Even the people that live in the Congo know nothing about. They can't get into. There are certain places they can't get into. It's impossible for them to get there, and they see things. Okay, and all right, that's the jungle of the Congo. Certain things going on over there. In an interview, Joe Rogan, the Congo forest. I say the Congo jungle. Okay. Okay. Oh man. The Congo jungle. Congo jungle expedition. Okay, something like that. Hopefully I'll find. Okay. All right, the 50-foot snake. Okay. All right, there you go. Let's watch this.
But that thrill and rush I get of swimming with an anaconda, like I getting goosebumps thinking about some of them right now because I get so excited. Those moments stick with me forever. So
what are your
sort
thoughts
of different.
on giant anacondas? Like, because there's
Oh, boy.
always been this thing about enormous anacondas that live in the rainforest.
So, yeah, there's fascinating. So I love anacondas. I believe that there are 30-foot anacondas. Now, 30 is a big anaconda, but you're talking about those mysterious, like 50, 100-footers.
Yeah.
Okay, so take out the Amazon and take out anacondas for a second. Think about where all the largest snakes are in the world. In Indonesia, you have reticulated pythons, you have Burmese pythons, you have African rock pythons, Indian rock pythons, anacondas, all these big snakes.
Yeah.
The only place that has a wet, tropical, humid environment that doesn't have a massive snake is the Congo. Central Africa. Now,
Interesting.
during World War II, there was a colonel who flew over there, and this was a well-respected colonel. I'm sure, Jamie, you'll be able to find this very quickly. A well-respected, like, I forget, he had like his wings or his patch of honor or whatever. Like him and his two passengers in the plane both reported a 100-foot-long snake. They flew over it once. They're like, wait a minute, what is that? They were Dutch Belgium in the Congo. They flew over it once, went, what is that? And flew over it 2 more times to verify it and got so low to the ground that they said the snake struck at the airplane. And all 3 people, the pilot, this well-respected colonel, and the 2 passengers had the exact same story of this giant snake in Central Africa. And yet no big snake has ever been proven from there. Yeah, here's the picture.
They took a photo of it?
They did. Yeah, they did. That's the real photo over on the left there.
What did they think it was?
They thought it was a giant snake, a 50-foot long.
So that's the photo right there?
I believe so. But the story's fascinating of these colonels.
But they don't know like what kind of snake. They don't know if it was an anaconda or a python or.
It would be an undescribed species. But
Okay, undescribed species. We're just going to stop there. Now, for those of you who are like, okay, well, this can't be real. There's no such thing as a 50-foot long snake. Okay, let's go to Forgive Me, Beloved. Antarctica. God, I love this place, Antarctica. I don't know why, but I just love Antarctica. I just love the region or whatever. Okay, this is Antarctica, okay? Oh, boy. Okay, this is Antarctica. All right. Boy, I can't. There you go. This is Antarctica, okay? Now, Okay, let me take this. We do this all the time. This is just to prove something to the people, okay? Python. No, they'll just give me
According
the
to
software.
Wikipedia, Python is a
Anaconda.
high-level general.
There you go.
According
Anaconda. Okay. Okay, so let's take this one. Pretty scary. See the head of this anaconda right now? Right there. So when you look at Antarctica, okay, when you look at from above Antarctica, okay, Antarctica look like some kind of egg. Again, I'm just saying. When you look at this shape out of the water, you can see this is shaped like some kind of snake. Okay, this is the snout right there. All right, this is the side of the eye. This is the other side of the eye, and then the body curve. Okay, let's go. Oops. God, I despise this version, man. If it was the other Google, the other Google Earth, I would have made this. What? Oh, crap. I can't. There you go. Okay, so it seems like a giant snake. You can see the form wrap around. Okay, Antarctica. Okay, this is the tail stuck on behind his head like a snake protecting its nest, egg nest or whatever. There we go. Okay, let me see. There we go. See that image right there, how this snake wrap around its egg protecting it? This is pretty much the same thing, but on a larger scale. Okay, the Antarctica is protected by this, whatever that thing is below the ocean. Okay, all right. People think things like that are like, oh man, that's nothing. That just like some stuff you just find. You're just trying to make things up. Okay, well that's that's what you said, but again, that's what we see. Okay, those things are actually freaking real. That's what usually kept those people off of our land, is those beast-like animal technology. They don't know what they are, that keep them out. So that's why they have all those fiasco going around, making things about, oh man, oh, the AI, we need to control this, we need to control that, and stuff like that. Next, they're going to have an executive order against magic. Well, magic, of course, it's not real because, pseudoscience, our sciences, I haven't said anything about that. But anyway, well, we'll comment here, we say anything about magic, or the people that choose to manipulate the energy to hurt the American people, because those things are actually freaking real. Okay? You have what they call magic energy, which is in you. You can control it. You can feel the magnetic fluid and the electric fluid. You can use both to cause whatever that you want to cause. Okay? All right, beloved. Hopefully I did not waste your time with a bunch of rambling and things that didn't make sense. I did the best that I could to explain to you why those people are afraid of that. Anytime you see 83 is afraid of something, they're passing law against something that has everything to do with us. What do you think the 94 crime bill was about? You think it was about criminals? No, it was about us, keeping us in a low vibration. All right, let's keep on moving.
Those out of the hospital now are sharing their experiences with CBS 13.
That includes a man shot at Schmenge's Bar and Grill. As CBS 13's Brad Rogers reports live, he was with his friends playing in a cornhole tournament that his best friend had organized.
Alan Nickerson Jr. and Joe Walker had been best friends for 35 years. As he says, they did everything together. Tragically, Alan lost his best friend that night here at Schmenge's, and he came dangerously close to losing his own life.
Pop, pop, pop. That's when reaction hit. Everybody went everywhere. I just went to the ground. And I turned back, and I see him, the gun's at me. He fires twice. One hit me.
As Alan Nickerson held his wound to try to stop the bleeding, the gunman kept firing.
I would have told you he was in there 15 minutes. And apparently, I learned he was in there 30 seconds. Never been so scared in my life. And then out the door he went.
He says that's when people started yelling for help. Alan called out to his best friend, Joe Walker.
When I didn't hear his name yelling back at me, I knew then.
He got a text off to his longtime girlfriend before 2 police officers carried him to a patrol car and rushed him to the hospital.
And I texted her that I'm shot, going to hospital.
Well, I thought it was a joke, and then it said I'm going to the hospital. That was it. And I'm like, what the heck? And I tried calling him back, and there was no answer.
With the hospital in lockdown, she learned hours later Alan was going to be all right. Alan recalls seeing the gunman before at Schmenge's.
I've seen him at Friday tournaments. I never knew his name. He needed help. He looked for help. He didn't get it. But I'm angry for what he did.
He also knew several members of the deaf community there that night who had no warning that shots were being fired. 4 of them died, including his friend, Bill Brackett.
I feel so bad for all of them. Poor Billy, his family. I was at his wedding. He just had a baby.
Alan is hopeful he'll recover. As for the loss of his longtime friend Joe, that wound will take even longer to heal.
Keep an eye on us.
We went skydiving together.
Their friendship, he says, brought out the best in each of them.
Joe became more and more social, more and more compassionate. God, I'm going to miss him so much.
All right. Never been so scared in my life. It's not just this fellow, beloved. It is an epidemic upon 83. They are deathly afraid because they don't know what to expect. They don't know how this thing going to go down. They know they're gonna go down. Make no mistake, they know that. They like, yo, I'm gonna go down. There's nothing I can do about it. I took you guys down, and it is now time for you guys to take me down. But they don't know how it's gonna happen, and they're on edge, man. Any little thing, everybody's on edge right now. Any little thing, boom, people are running. They're afraid. Like, what's going on? What the hell? Oh, there's a fat dude blow a huge fat out of his butt, and it sounds like a gunshot, and everybody bail out. They never been so scared because they are around people that look like them. They saw them every day, and they are no threat to them. But if it was somebody that looked like us, they automatically associated you with a threat, monitoring you, calling the police, calling security, stalking you, make sure that you behave, make sure you are so uncomfortable that you may leave. But now, beloved, there's a slight change. There's a colossal change. There's a very big change. See, there are certain towns when our people used to walk there, on foot, walking there, they got people call on us, and the police call things on us, and people threaten us, like, hey, boy, what are you doing here, and stuff like that. Now, if you are one of us, and you are very confident, you walk in those people town, they are definitely afraid of you. For multiple reasons, because they are afraid if they get contact with you, you might harm them. And if they harm you, the effect or the result will cause more harm to them, to their nation, to their people than anything else. And they don't know if they are, whoever they try that look like us, they're trying to attack, could be one of the quote unquote, this is a word, one of the 144,000. His power might be activated there, and he's gonna take down the whole city, the whole county, the whole state, or the whole freaking country. Well, then again, beloved, when you look at this, you are seeing that this thing has everything to do with them. That has nothing to do with us. We don't want to be part of those people. We don't want to be part of the stuff. And part 2, we will discuss the whole business fiasco concerning the Israelites over there in Chicago getting attacked by the Palestinian, and they were fighting the whole stage garbage. They tried to get our sympathy, like, oh well, the Palestinians, they are attacking us. We should go and supporting Ish. We should go back in the motherland with Ish. We should go over there and pick up arms and fight them. This ain't gonna work. This isn't our fight. We don't care about this. Okay? Let's keep on moving.
A resort town in Mexico was left devastated after Hurricane Otis came barreling through. 27 people are dead, and many more have been left homeless in Acapulco by the Category 5 storm. The city is reportedly home to around 1 million people, and most of them were left without electricity. Otis also damaged hotels, and some visitors were left with nowhere to stay. I went to the naval base because they said there was shelter there, but the soldiers just stared at me like I was crazy. Desperate for resources, people have been looting local businesses for food, water, and other supplies.
Again, you see how those people, nothing happened to them. They just loot the place, and they didn't. The soldiers are very close to there. They didn't come and shoot them down. You didn't hear anything, and you didn't even see that in the news. But this Hurricane Otis devastated a Mexican resort town of Acapulco. Most of you are familiar with Acapulco. It's a rich area where rich folks go over there and chill out. They own all the resorts. They own pretty much everything over there. And then you want to tell me that they control the weather, they destroy all the resorts, they destroy all the place that they come to relax? You think that's what that is? Nah, man.
Local police say they are overwhelmed. It's impossible to cover. The looting is a regrettable situation. There's no possibility or force capacity in any part of the country. This happens and has happened in other areas. As they wait for aid and take the first steps to recovery, the people of Acapulco will be dealing with Otis for a long time to come.
Oh.
It was ugly.
Okay, this dude is a truck driver. His name is Angel Gonzalez.
Saw the wind, we saw how the trees were falling, and we had to drive through the fallen trees. The Mexican government has deployed 10,000 troops to help the city. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Mara Montalbano.
Okay, so you see how they don't do anything, they don't say anything. You don't even hear this thing in the news. Because, let me see, Acapulco. Let's check Acapulco here. There we go. Acapulco, Guerrero. Isn't Guerrero mean warrior? What? Acapulco was in the Pacific side? I thought it was in the Atlantic side. Or close to... Yeah, I thought it was right here. It's in Guerrero County. Okay. This huge, beautiful town. Usually they will give me pictures. Let me see what's going on here. There we go. Okay, let's watch this. Okay, these nice boats, yachts. Okay. Nice bay right there. Seashore. Beach. Nice, nice, nice. Pool. Beautiful, beautiful pool. Boats. Okay, cruise ships. Docking in there. Interesting. That's a pretty interesting ship for a building. Okay. Look at those skyscrapers with pools and things on top of them. This look like solar panels, but yeah. So you think those people are doing this to themselves? You think the folks that own those million or billion-dollar buildings are destroying their stuff? This is why those people go to relax and enjoy the blessing. Okay? Enjoying the land. Look at this thing at night, man. Beautiful. Okay? Acapulco right here. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. Oh, that's like a military boat right here, patrolling. Okay. Beautiful. All right, beautiful. So you think those people are doing this to themselves? No, they are not. Okay, they are not. This thing literally destroyed the whole resort town. So the Mighty One is taking out their leisure, well, their places of leisure, their places of relaxing, the places that they go just to Have fun. He's taking those places out. That is why I despise when people come over here. They say, "Well, the elite did this so they can get the insurance money so they can build this thing back better." Are you out of your freaking mind? Are you out of your mind? Destroy a beautiful town with the hurricane so you can build it back better. Get out of here, man. How long we are into this thing? Okay. Let's keep on moving, and then we'll go to the Genesis 15.
In 2021, over 100,000 Americans died from drug overdoses. The drug behind 2/3 of those deaths, fentanyl. Most people who take fentanyl don't even know they're taking it. You can't see it, taste it, or smell it. Here's why fentanyl is on the rise and why it's so deadly. Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid that is 50 times stronger than heroin and 100 times stronger than morphine. Pharmaceutical fentanyl was originally developed as a painkiller for surgery and cancer patients, often applied in a patch on the skin. Drug dealers manufacture illicit fentanyl to lace other drugs like heroin, methamphetamine, and cocaine.
Again, beloved, this, whatever, just like the war that they have over there with Ish going against, the Arabs or whatever they were going over there, has nothing to do with us. This fentanyl thing has nothing to do with us. But would they show... we'll freeze.
Often applied in a patch on the skin. Drug dealers manufacture illicit fentanyl to lace other drugs like heroin, methamphetamine.
Okay, methamphetamine. Meth has nothing to do. This is not a drug for our people. Meth is not a drug that our people doing, man. Okay, meth is not that. Talking about meth, I have a video here. Okay. Okay. There's a video about Coral Spring. Is it? No. No. It's somewhere around here. Couple searches for no. You know what? Let me go get the video. Oops. Leave site. Let me go get the video. Coral Spring, murder, boyfriend, girlfriend. No. Alright. Coral Spring, out of all the city on earth, I despise Coral Spring. Alright, let's listen to that.
30 new information about a murder investigation out of Coral Springs. We're now learning there were signs of trouble long before police say a man shot and killed his girlfriend in his parents' home.
Authorities had to be called about the couple before, and now we're hearing from the victim's friends. Local 10's Ian Margle is live with what he has learned. Ian.
And those friends say they are completely blindsided by this. They say they never would have expected this. But neighbors who lived near the couple a month ago, before the murder, said they had some concerns.
I don't know anyone that had anything ill to say about her. She was literally everyone's happy space. And this is just like unimaginable and unreal.
Kyla Arce's loved ones are stunned after the 33-year-old was murdered this week, allegedly shot by her boyfriend, Paul DiGiacinto. Her friends asked to remain anonymous, but wanted the world to know just how special Arce was.
She just loved people. She was a solid human being, just a beautiful human being, and she was loved by people deeply, like very deeply.
DiGiacinto is charged with killing Arce and attempting to kill his father in his parents' Coral Springs home on October 23rd. But now new documents show there may have been signs of trouble weeks before the fatal incident. The couple lived together in this townhome in Pompano Beach, and a police report shows neighbors called 911 on September 17th after they, quote, heard a female screaming from inside the unit saying, help me, I want to leave you. Why won't you let me leave? You're a drug dealer. Why are you using crystal meth?
So, this dude, you can see, let me enlarge this right quick. You can see his face. Those are all signs of meth use, okay? He's a crystal meth dealer, okay? He's a meth dealer. This is one, if not the most popular drug in the midst of 83, okay? He was a meth dealer, and the girl was not down with him about this stuff, so, you know, she wanted to leave. Hey, those guys, hey, man, you know how I afford this house and get all this money? He took her out. But this is the typical people that do stuff like that. In Coral Springs is very close to me, and yet the farthest city of our old city. That happened 3 days ago. Okay, all right. So, and now you're watching this, and guess what they put in the thumbnail? Okay, some black hand. The dude is so black that the palm of his hand is dark chocolate. That's how insulting the whole thing is. And then this person, like, okay, well, you know, hey, look at this, you know, over there, over here, you know, black people doing crystal meth, or whatever. Okay, all right then, okay.
And cocaine because of its extreme potency, making drugs cheaper, more addictive, and more dangerous. In recent years, synthetic opioid overdose deaths, primarily fentanyl, have skyrocketed in the U.S. Over 150 Americans die every day from overdoses related to fentanyl and synthetic opioids.
So, over 150 Americans, okay, so every day. So, how many days that we have in a year? Let me see. Calculate. Oh, well, I'll show that. 365 times 150.
365 times 150 is 54,750.
Okay, that's 54,000 of them. That's the number they give, although we know this thing is probably 10 times worse. 54,000. So, oh boy. They say that war over there with Ish and those folks, like, totals about like 14,000 people, no more, 8,000 or 6, I don't know. Let's say the total is about 20,000. Okay, and that's the war. But every year they're losing around 54,000. That was ever since this thing spiked. All right, so when they say American, they know what they are doing here. Expect the number to be at least 1,500 of them or no more every day. But then again, that's what those folks do. They lie.
Illicit fentanyl is typically made abroad, in China, India, but mainly Mexico, then smuggled into the U.S. as powder or pressed pills. According to the DEA, drug cartels are manufacturing and moving fake pills that are designed to look like drugs for pain, attention deficit disorder, or anxiety. Between May and September of 2022, the DEA seized over 10 million fake pills and 982 pounds of fentanyl powder. Sometimes referred to on the street as Friend, Apache, or Goodfellas, fentanyl produces an intense short-term high, feelings of euphoria, slowed respiration, and reduced blood pressure, causing nausea, fainting, seizures, and death. One dose could be deadly. To combat the ongoing opioid epidemic, the Biden administration introduced the 2022 National Drug Control Strategy, which includes expanding access to the overdose reversal drug, naloxone.
There you go. Now they are helping, like, we need to control the death and stuff. Let's give naloxone, not more prison, okay? Not harsher sentences, okay? Not targeting and brutalize and pimp promote this thing in the music and the rap scene, okay? Not promoting this in the rock scene, in a jazz scene, but no, let's bring help, naloxone, Narcan, things like that. Just try to put it on the nose over here and push it in there so it can come back to life, so we can somewhat have a little grip on what we're doing here. You know, that's what those people did, you know. That's what they think the result's going to be. But hey.
test strips to check drugs for fentanyl, and sterile needles.
There you go. Providing sterile needles and oh man, providing sterile needles and naloxone and stuff. That thing is destroying them. Anytime you see they be suffering it, they are offering help out there, that means this thing is destroying them. It has nothing to do with us, okay? Let's close with the whole drug stuff.
New at 10 tonight, drug dealers could now face homicide charges if a person dies from an overdose in San Francisco. A mother and father just spent the day walking the streets of the city in search of their son, who they say is addicted to fentanyl. KTVU's Joey Horta caught up with the parents. Joey, did they find him yet?
Yeah, Julie, they actually found him tonight, but he refused to go home with them, so now he's back out on the streets again. These parents spent the day putting up these missing person flyers, hoping that someone would see them and call them. Tammy and her husband, Mike Folia, are spending their wedding anniversary looking for a needle in a haystack.
Okay, so we're gonna go this way and then up that way.
They're walking the Tenderloin, where people can be seen doing drugs on the sidewalk.
I'm looking for my son.
The couple drove down from the Sacramento area Monday to post missing person flyers in the city and hand them out to anyone who will listen, especially the homeless.
See them, tell them call this number right at the bottom.
I will.
Right now.
Immediately, sure.
So that we can take them and get them help.
They're looking for their son, 26-year-old Davis Morgan Folia, and his girlfriend, 21-year-old Kaylee Galbraith. They're dependent on one another.
They don't want to leave the other out here in this, this jungle.
The young couple moved to the city together in May of 2022, where they've been living in the Tenderloin.
It's disgusting. I mean, it's disgusting. San Francisco used to be beautiful.
Folia, seen here smiling on a fishing trip, had just been arrested days ago in Dublin for drug possession and was quickly set free. He called his mom Saturday.
He wanted to get help, and could we pick him up Monday?
But he didn't show up. More than 600 people have died from an overdose in San Francisco this year, according to the medical examiner. A new task force will seek out fentanyl dealers who could face homicide charges.
That person knows what they're selling has the potential to kill you.
The synthetic opioid is 50 times more potent than heroin and 100 times more than morphine.
It's heartbreaking.
The goal for these determined parents is to get their son into treatment.
He has to want to get help, and the second he wants help, I'm all in.
Now, we're told that they found their son at about 8 o'clock tonight. The reason he didn't want to go home with them, they say, is because they couldn't find his girlfriend. He didn't want to leave her out there on the streets. They're hoping he will actually show up to meet them again tomorrow morning. Just one of the many faces of this fentanyl crisis. We're live in San Francisco tonight. Joey Horta, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, let's hope the best for that family. Joey,
okay.
Thank you.
Now,
Governor Gavin Newsom and Attorney General Rob Bonta stepping up enforcement efforts by investigating fentanyl-related deaths as homicides in some parts of California. Newsom recently announced a task force to do this work in San Francisco, while the AG has helped secure a homicide conviction and a recent arrest for fentanyl-related deaths in Placer County.
Again, beloved, as you can see here, those folks are doing the best they can do to somewhat eliminate, and in this case alleviate the pain of this thing, try to stop this flow of this stuff in the midst of them. Okay, the whole prison thing, it's not working. It's not working because you guys been doing this for over 40 years now, since the 70s. Okay, it never did work, and then now that you see this thing is primarily killing their children, the Generation X, Generation Millennial, and Generation Z, they are lost generation, especially Generation Z. It's a lost generation. Those guys are lost. They done with drugs. Their people are hooked up on drugs. I'm not making this up. This is actually real because it is a plague. All right. So now they are doing everything that they can do to, okay, well, if somebody bought the fentanyl from you, okay, and then you're the drug dealer, you sold it to this person, that person died, you're gonna be charged with murder. How is that fair? This person come to me to buy drugs from me, he or she died. See, they are not punishing the user, because the user is their children. The user is their people. Also, the buyer, the seller is their people. Okay, few of them are, some people look like us, but they don't punish the user because they want to make it sure, like, oh well, you guys are the seller, you are causing the problem. No, we're not. You folks are the one who come up with all those laws, policies, and rules, and now they turn on you. That's why they got those guys over there signing contracts and things. Oh, well, we're going to do something about this. Oh, well, we're going to do something about that. No, because it's attacking you. It's on you now.
We're losing children. We're losing adults. We're losing
yes.
too many. And so
anytime they are saying we're losing children, we're losing too many, they are talking about themselves, because we've been losing our families, our peoples. Those folks never did care about us. They never did care. Up until now they do. Because it's affecting them. Because the plague, the curse is upon them.
Leaders across the state are rightfully asking, what more can I do? What else will help? What will move the needle? What will save lives?
The work comes after a bitter debate at the state capitol this year over whether lawmakers should ramp up punishment for dealers of the deadly drug.
That's the thing. Those people, they only know how to destroy. They only know the offensive attack. Now they are in a situation where they should use defensive tactic. They still using punishment, because that's all they know how to do, to punish people, destroy people, beat people, arrest people, kill people, destroying their lives. That even though this thing is 100% on them, they're gonna do this to each other because they don't know anything else. They don't know how to heal. They don't know how to say, I was wrong, let's stop this. And above all, which is the most important of this, let's give reparation to the people that we have done wrong. Let's go and do our mea culpa and give them money, sustainable things, land, and things that we have done them wrong, so this thing can be off of us, off of our people, our children. Nope. Let's make it more punishable. Well, we did try that in the past. It didn't work. We haven't made it harsh enough. Let's make it harsh.
They know what they're doing. They're going on social media and they're preying on our kids.
Republican Assemblyman Joe Patterson noted fighting fentanyl in the criminal justice system was a foundational issue for the party in California that he felt went mostly ignored until now.
If you're going to go do that, you need to be held accountable. Unfortunately, my colleagues, Democratic colleagues in the legislature, killed every single one of those bills unless you have enough to kill 500,000 people. That's absurd. We should have set politics aside last year and passed out many bills that were proposed already.
The issue deeply divided Democrats, with some worried it would revert the state back to the failed war on drugs that decimated black and brown communities.
That's what they did. It wasn't something they did out of mistake, beloved. It was well calculated, well planned, it was targeted, and it did exactly what it was intended to do. Okay, so now they're trying to restart this thing, killing people. If you sell this dude some fent, and then my kid died from something that you sold him or her, we're going to arrest you. Wait, hang on. You guys are well aware, or you do know, that this thing is coming from China and Mexico. So why don't you go over there to tell the Chinese, stop sending this hash over there? Why don't you declare war on them? Now you guys are declaring wars on drug dealers and stuff like that. Yeah.
One of those Democrats, Assemblyman Reggie Jones Sawyer, reacted to Newsom and Bonta's latest actions in a statement saying, in part, these efforts are good first steps using existing laws that use appropriate levels of charges against sellers who knowingly distribute fentanyl, causing harm and death to others. To be effective, however, we must bifurcate the matter and work on the public health component as equally as the criminal portion. Senator Tom Umberg, hopeful for more accountability.
I'm a Democrat, and I have
some disagreement with some of my colleagues on this issue. I do think that because of the massive tragedy that's happening, that I think attitudes are changing.
As attitudes change, it's unclear if California's criminal laws related to fentanyl will too. In Sacramento, Ashley Zavala, KC.
So, as you can see here, beloved, they are losing so much of their own people. Now they don't know what to do. They coddle this thing. They do everything with it. They try to make it like, oh, we have to bring Narcan, we have to bring clean needle, we're going to arrest our way out of this, we have to do this and that. And then now, well, we need to arrest our way out of this, but not the users. You guys made it so hard out there, economically speaking, that if someone have no job, they have a criminal history, they can get any job, and all they can do is sell drugs, and now they're selling drugs. Your son, your junkie son, your junkie and whore of a daughter sold her body for that stuff and killed herself, and your son committed a 988 by taking this thing, and then you're gonna go after those people and arrest them and put them in prison because of murder when there's no connection, because a homicide or some kind of like charge with murder, they need a murder weapon, they need some kind of thing, and then you're gonna come up with laws and then say, well, he did this because he knowingly sold my daughter, he knowingly sold my son this poison. I didn't force your daughter to buy this. I didn't put a gun in her head and to force it. I didn't force your son, force your wife, force your husband to buy this. They bought it from me because they want it. They want to deal with, they can't deal with reality, because you people never want to deal with reality. This thing that happened right now, it's reality. You folks don't want to deal with it. All you want to do, come up with more punishment. Let's punish this. Let's punish that. Let's punish this. Yeah. The reason why is this happening, beloved? Let me see. Okay, the reason why this is happening is because of Genesis 15 verse 13. And he said unto Abraham, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Yes, indeed. 1619, 2019, right after 2019, the entire world was locked down. The entire world was locked out. Now you see more and more things are coming. The eclipse is going ballistic. Can you imagine what's going to happen with the eclipse in 2024, which is around like April the 8th or April the 12th? I'm not quite sure. Yay. Because the curse has been lifted and is switching to this. You can clearly see it. You can clearly see how the generation are lost. They're people of God. Just like they destroy our people, now they are being destroyed. They are being weakening. They don't know what to do. Well, and then put the law against those things over there. We're going to punish those people over here. We're going to do that over there and stuff. It coming right back onto them. Now, beloved, the mighty one say, and also that nation whom they shall serve will I'll judge. And he's judging the nation through the 10 plagues of the apocalypse. Now, because we're going to do part 2, let's put the video there. Palestinian attack, Hebrew Israelites. All right, hopefully we get the video. Somebody sent me the video. I believe it's on Palestine group, Chicago. Let's put Chicago in here. Chicago. Oh boy, that's not. Is that it? Is that the one? I believe. Yeah. Oh. Okay. All right. Let me see if we can get a better images so we can do part 2. That's the only thing. Oh boy. Okay. I guess that will do. I guess that will. I guess that will do. All right, beloved, we will see you on part 2. We're going to give like at least 10 to 15 minutes for you folks to stretch your legs and recharge on your popcorns, get some more food. I don't know. Use the bathroom and stuff. We'll see you folks in part 2. You can look for it. You can wait for it. We'll see you folks later. Shalom.